Stepping, I'm a rockstar and Ramones. House dilemma, cribbo got too many rooms. I got shooters in the field, they running zones. When I switch, make some shake for me, stop playing. On stepping, I'm a rockstar and Ramones.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jacob, also known as Pick Management. I am here with the NBA Insiders because we are ready to break down the NBA Finals. It is finally here. The Boston Celtics are taking on the Dallas Mavericks starting this week on the 6th, and it's going to be a great series. This first game, the Celtics are a -6.5 point home favorite because they are healthy, locked, and loaded, and ready to go. But before we break down to the NBA Finals Game 1 in series, I got to tell you guys, if you're looking to up your game as a bettor, you need to check out the Rhythm app. Rhythm is the only app that teaches you how to build predictive sports models. If you don't want to build your own, you can use their pre-built models that are powered by their AI system. They have hole-by-hole live AI caddy that predicts hole-by-hole outcomes for live betting golf. And if you guys are looking to get the best bets out there, you need to check out Bets Gone Wild. Our guy, Ryan, is right here joining us today. He's part of the Pick Management Network now, and you need to check him out. He just went 5-0 on Sunday. He has been killing it, just like the rest of the Pick Management crew, and he will be on here, and we have got him hooked up. You can find all his stuff right now at Fanbasis. We're getting him hooked up on some other places as well. But make sure you guys check out Bets Gone Wild right now on Instagram to get all your best bets going forward for hockey, basketball, baseball, you name it. He covers it. That's our guy, Ryan. So welcome to the show, Ryan. It's his first one. He will be on many going forward. But we are here to break down these bets, so we're going to jump right into it. And Cam, I'm going to throw it to you first. I know you have a bunch of player props for this, so why don't you go ahead and dig in?
Okay, yeah, now we can probably start with Jrue Holiday, under 17.5 really points and assists. I think one thing that'll be interesting in this series is oftentimes we talk about the wings for Boston being these high-level defenders against a lot of the Paul Georges and Kevin Durant's of the world. However, we're probably dealing with one of the best backcourts, that has made it NBA Finals in Luka and Kyrie. And I think while Jaylen Brown will want to take some of that responsibility, I think they'll kind of shove it off to Jrue and Derek and basically say, hey, Jason and Jaylen, I need you guys to be our offensive initiators. So I believe that he'll have a very impactful game. I just think it's more so two-way, just depending on the volume and the way this game is going to go. I lean the under. But then similar to Derek White as well, if you want to pull the prop up, because I can't remember specifically off the top of my head, but Derek White as well. I think Derek could probably be the one that gets the brunt of the responsibility on Kyrie, I would assume. I think Jrue would want to start off on Luka. I think they'll try to do a Jrue Jaylen kind of thing on Luka, back and forth. Kyrie, he kind of takes it a little bit more methodical. So I think they'll have a better understanding of how they're going to defend and go against him. And then my last play, the last two for this game, I like Dallas plus 6.5 and the over in this game as well. I think Dallas is moving in the right direction. Both teams would have had a few days off now, of course, but with Dallas, playing most recently, Boston. The main reason why I don't foresee Boston winning this series and probably losing 4-2 is because they play with the flu too much. I think they're a little too passive. I think Dallas is in the perfect position to be able to probably pull. If they don't get game one, they'll get game two at home, and then they'll be able to kind of continue to move forward and progressively kind of match, Boston's energy game by game. But that's my brief spiel.
So I got to ask, this Giants spread. I mean, this is a big number for any team right now, especially to start finals game one. The Celtics coming off a whole bunch of rest and now being super healthy. Porzingis is a go. He's been on 5-on-5 drills and 5-on-5 scrimmages, and it looks like he's going to be good to go. You don't think that's going to affect this at all? That extra rest and the fact that the Mavs just played such a tough series against the T-Wolves.
Yeah, I think honestly and truthfully, I think it works better for Dallas than it does for Porzingis. I think he's rusty. I know he's played in the 5-on-5 games, but Porzingis is not a player that plays deep into the playoffs either. We haven't known Porzingis throughout his career to be that clutch guy or that clutch player. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how Dallas attacks Porzingis because, of course, he'll want to be pulling him away from the rim, but it'll be interesting if they try to get Daniel and Derek above the rim early to try to draw those two fouls they have to bring in. A big off the bench. And I think Al Horford is somebody that won't be able to stay on the court for so much of this series if Dallas plays it to the way Dallas actually wants to play the series as well.
Sure, Ryan, I see some of your plays are pretty spot on with what Cam is doing. Why are you on what you're on? Why don't you go ahead and let us know?
Yeah, my favorite play is definitely Mavericks plus 6.5. Comes down to a couple of things. It really wasn't that tough of a series against Minnesota. It went 4-1. Dallas took care of them. A lot of people had Minnesota winning that series, maybe even getting to the finals. I think there's a lot of caked in belief with the Celtics just because they've been in this spot so many times. So I think there's some false value on the Boston side. I look at it too. You got Luka and Kyrie. I'm taking them to take the shot over Tatum and Brown. And then one thing that I really, really like about this Mavericks team, and you saw it against Minnesota, they took away Edwards' ability to drive. And having those two rim protectors, Gafford and Lively, I think is just huge. I think they play more physical than Boston, and I think both teams can shoot the three. The Celtics are going to get a game or two in this series because of how electric they are from the three ball. But you got Luka, who, that first quarter against Minnesota in Game 5, he just decided the Mavericks are going to win that night. He could not miss. You saw him dance around with Gobert Game 2, swish it. I don't see Boston having an answer for Kyrie and Luka. They will have more of an answer than Minnesota did. But between the rim protection and the more experienced shooters, and Luka just looks like he wants it right now. I'm going Mavericks plus 6.5. I think the Mavericks win this in 6, possibly 7 games, but I think it will be 4-2 Mavericks, like Cam said.
Yeah, absolutely. I see that you also have Luka as your MVP. Luka currently leads the NBA playoffs right now in points, assists, rebounds, and steals, I think. All those categories right now. So, he is a great, pick for MVP. And, if the Mavs can do it, it's going to be because of him. I mean, I know Kyrie really jumps in and, tries to get there, but I think he's just such a salty guy that people wouldn't vote for him anyways, even if he went off in this series, just because of all the drama around Kyrie, and that Luka really deserves it as a player, and that's kind of like the symbol of the new generation of the NBA, and that's how a lot of people are looking at Luka and the fact that he just continues to go off. And a lot of people are saying that the Celtics had an easy route to the finals. They played teams that had tons of injuries and got injured mid-series, and a lot of that played up to what the Celtics were able to do. So coming up against a team that has played a whole bunch of hard-fought games, that it definitely makes an argument for the Mavericks. Greg, though, I got to go to you. I know you have a bunch of stuff, and you are on the similar page to these guys. What do you have for this Game 1 in series?
Yeah, well, this was foreseen after they took out OKC. I was going to ride with whoever beat OKC. So I knew once that went down, they was going to make their way to the chip. I will say this one thing before I get into my plays, just to let it be known. We know the Celtics are the type of team that really don't play defense, right? So since they're a team that really doesn't play defense, seeing as how their first 3 series of people they played against, injuries was definitely on their side, okay? They weren't able to get work like they would, seeing as how they don't play defense, okay? Now, getting into my play, we know the East is way weaker than the West. That's first things first. Second is I just believe that whoever comes out the West is going to win the finals. Just basically built off of how a team's stature is based out of the West. Okay, like they look for different things when it comes to like on-court presence versus East Coast teams. So, with that being said, I'm with my boys right here. Salute, Ryan. Nice meeting you, my boy. Yeah, I'm with the Mavs. Also, I got a few plays. I got the Mavs money line on the 1 pick. I got the Mavs plus 3.5 because I dropped the spread on the 1 pick, and I got the Mavs plus 6.5 also. Reason being, Pacers ain't covering nothing, hence no defense. Pacers showed you that with no All-Star. You know what I'm saying? With basically one All-Star. I'll give Pascal that. He's an NBA champ, so I got to give him at least an All-Star. You know what I'm saying? But just being by himself, really. You know what I mean? Like, I knew every game in that series was for sure a built for the over. This series to me is more so built on who's going to cover, not basically because I know Boston don't play defense, but the style of basketball that Mavericks play. You don't know necessarily if it's going to be a total over or under, but because Boston can't fight, that's why I will like almost all these games to go over as well. But I don't see Boston winning this series at all. I just think all the pressure is on Boston. There is zero pressure on Dallas. All right, like zero. I want y'all to understand that coming in right here. Jaylen Brown keeps having to relive his little clip when he told the girl, you know, he would have about like 5 rings right now. You still looking for it. That's why.
Well, you know what you said about the Celtics not covering Boston, just 1-5 ATS their last 6, and what you said about the over is also hitting 5 out of the last 6 for Boston overall. So I've also seen the over hitting 6 out of the last 7 at home for Boston. So that's another one to keep in mind.
I still want to credit that solely to, you know, their competition as well. Like we knew the Pacers, they play fast pace, so Boston had no choice. Mavs don't really play fast.
Absolutely.
Mavs don't play fast pace. Mavs play half court ball. So if you play half court ball, that's really eating up a lot of clock, unless he's going into lively within the first 12 seconds of the 24. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I say you don't necessarily know for sure what a total will be. I still love it to go over just because I know Boston ain't gonna lay down. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, I gotta tell you guys, I had a sign when it came to making my picks. This past week, if you didn't know, we have had the number 1, 4, and 5 videos on YouTube under hashtag Celtics, which tells me the Celtics are gonna win the series and they're gonna win Game 1. I'm on the opposite side of all of you guys. I am on the Celtics team total over 110.5 in Game 1. I am on Celtics minus 1.5 and over 204 for minus 109. And I'm on the Celtics in 5 games to take the series because I think the Celtics with Porzingis, who's been sitting on his ass for the past few weeks, is ready to dominate this Mavs team. So
he's still game time decision. You know that, right?
Well, I'm taking my chance. He's been playing 5-on-5 scrimmages. He's been in all the team drills. I think he goes.
Okay.
So,
I think it'll be interesting with his volume.
He gonna play, but he's gonna be still limited. He's not gonna be. To me, I don't think he's gonna be that effective. For one, him coming in last minute.
The volume will be interesting.
I knew I'd start some shit with that, so I had to drop those. But let's recap these best bets, and we will get these guys out of here. Cam, why don't you go ahead and let us know one more time what you were on?
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Yes, sir. So Derek White under 2.5 3-pointers. Couldn't remember the exact prop, but like I said, with him actually playing one of those main defensive roles, I foresee him not actually putting up more than 2 threes. I think he may put up 4 in the game, but I don't see him making more than 2 of those threes. I'm on Drew Holiday under 17.5 rebounds and assists. With us also talking about him being more so a defensive figure in this first game, these first 2 games, which are more so to fill out games just to see what both teams are doing schematically. Then I'm on the Dallas plus 6.5 and the over 216 for the full game. And then my series prediction is Mavs 4-2.
Awesome. And where can people find you on your social media? Let people know what you got going on.
Yeah, you guys can find me on Instagram at OneCamCarter, at Twitter, at CamWriting_. I'm a sports writer at Baller Alert. I have my own player management company. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out.
All right. Yeah, Cam is our guy. He lets us be called the NBA Insiders for a reason, because he is a real NBA Insiders. But Ryan, our guy, Bets Gone Wild. Great first show from you. We are glad to have you here. Why don't you go ahead and recap your best bets?
I got Mavericks plus 6.5 to cover. I got Mavericks winning the series, and I got Luka winning the MVP. I think Gafford and Lively are going to shut down your guy Porzingis.
All right, and let people know where they can find you right now. Ryan?
I'm sorry, what?
Let people know where they can find you, your Instagram.
Oh, Instagram, BetsGoneWild43. Twitter, same thing, BetsGoneWild43. And we're working on getting on other platforms here.
Yeah, we are going to have him all set up on TikTok, Juice Reel, Discord, you name it. He's going to have his own servers where we set him up. You guys are going to be able to get all of his plays, his monthly subscription right through the Pick Management Network and some other places we have him set up. So make sure you guys keep an eye out for Bets Gone Wild. We're going to have some ads, giveaways, all sorts of stuff going on for our guy Ryan now that he is part of the Pick Management Network. Greg, why don't you go ahead and recap your best bets?
For sure. Well, just like more than half of the show here, we got the Mavs on the money line. I'm gonna say sprinkle that on the 1 pick, okay? Then I'm gonna got the 1 pick at the Mavs plus 3.5, drop the spread. Then 1 pick the Mavs plus 6.5. Love that, just like Ryan, for sure. That should be the best cash of the night, though. Then I love Mavs to win the series, just like my boy Ryan over there. And I like Mavs minus 1.5. They're dogs, so minus 1.5 on the series spread is even sweeter than them to win the series.
All right, and let people know where they can find you right now.
Yeah, man, you can find your boy on X at Mr._Smackington, or you can find me on Instagram at Buku_Living Billionaires, or you can just type in Smackington and I'll pop right on.
And you can find him here pretty much daily with his videos. You got the Smackington Report. It is a daily best bet video show where he drops his picks on a daily basis, and he gives winners all the time.
That's on pace to win, too. That's on pace to win right now.
Yeah, so you make sure to check out all his videos, his server in the Discord channel. Greg, a.k.a. Mr. Smackington, does great stuff for us, and he is a consistent winner. So make sure you check that out. I'll drop my best bets and get you guys out of here. I am on Celtics team total over 110.5. Celtics minus 1.5 and over 204. And Celtics to win the NBA championship in 5 games. You guys can find me across all socials at Pick Management. Make sure to check out the Pick Management Discord. Make sure to check out our guy Ryan, Bets Gone Wild, and all his new stuff. Make sure to check out the Rhythm app. That's going to do it for us here at the NBA Insiders. We will see you later.
On stepping, I'm a rockstar and Ramones. House dilemma, cribbo got too many rooms. Swish, I got shooters in the field, they running zones. When I swish, make some shake for me, stop playing. On